Hi everybody, it's Tammy. Let's make some specimen cards for our naturalist journal. It's Saturday, so it's time to work in our naturalist journal. And today I would like to try and make some little specimen cards to use as journaling cards in the journal. I've taken the rings out just so that I can take some pages out and do different things with. So, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, there are a couple more videos on this, which I will link in the comment section if you missed those. But it's coming along, and now that all the pages are done and everything like that, what we'll be working on is journaling cards and tags and that kind of thing. So, going back to what we did in the last video, which we were doing a Rachel's weekly challenge with the circles. I have finished embellishing the tags that are computer punch-out cards, and the video explains this process of getting these circles. And so we may or may not use all of these in the journal. And I also made a little dangle with one of the circles. And I will definitely probably, that's crazy, isn't it? Be using it in the journal. So today what we're going to do is I have got these little field note cards that were a digital from, let me look at my little cheat sheet here, Musings by Nikki. And they come 4 on a page, and they do not have the numbers in these. I put that on there with different kinds of stamps. But they do have just the blank card. And so I printed out one sheet of those on just regular printer paper. And then on the back, I put a tea-dyed kind of graph paper so that you can write and journal on that. And then I took some of my coin, these are $50 coin envelopes, protectors, keepers, I'm not sure what they call these, and they normally fold over to shut around the coin, and I cut them in half so that they're just 2 separate parts. And then I have 4 different kinds with 4 different things that we're going to put on the inside and embellish these, and then we'll be able to use them in the journal as journal cards. And the one thing that I do want to get before we get started is a blank one of those so that I can use that. I'm going to take the plastic part out. This is what they look like when you buy them. And like I said, you know, if you're going to put a coin in there, they would be folded and you would put the coin in there. But what I want to do is I want to take this plastic part out so that I have a template to use of where to place them on the card. So I'm just going to cut it in half there, save that piece, and then I'm going to try to get this plastic out of here. It's a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Thought I could poke it out with my nail. That wasn't working too well. And this is just for me so that I can decide where I want to place the things that are going inside of the folder down on the card. So, the first one we're going to do, and like I said, these are all just stamps that I stamped on there. And then I used, and I'm not sure how well that shows up, but I used a couple of stamps just to age this. And I used this little crackle stamp and I stamped on the plastic part with Stays On so that the glass looks like it's aged and kind of cracked, which is not really glass, but you get the point. So, first thing I'm going to do is kind of take a pencil and just lightly draw a circle so that I can tell where I want to place my things that are going in. And that does not look like it's in the middle, so we're going to do that again. Get my eraser here. I inked around the edges of these a little bit, but they already have this really nice patina on them. So, let's try that again. Okay, I'm just going to draw a really light circle here. And there's going to be 2 per page, so I'm going to draw another really light circle. And again, this is just giving me a guide of, so when I glue the things down that are going to show through the window, I'll know where to put them on the card. All right, so the first one we're going to do is mushrooms, and I've already inked all the stuff so that we didn't have to go through that painful process of inking everything up. And we're going to glue everything down and hopefully have a really cute little card when we're done. And I'm going to use, I got some Pritt Stick. So we're going to be testing it out today and see how that works. See if it changes my mind about glue sticks any. So we will glue these down, and like I said, I'm using that little pencil guideline that I made just to make sure that they're going to be inside the circle. Whoops. And these are Tim Holtz little snippets from his Field Notes snippet pack. They're the perfect size for this. And we're just gonna continue to glue. Everything in place. And we're gonna do, like I said, 4 different ones. I have one that is a some bugs, and then I have one that is flowers, the mushrooms here, and the other one is, what is the other one? Leaves. So I'm hoping that they will, I'm going to use the art glitter glue on this. I'm hoping that they will turn out cute, like I'm envisioning them. Just going to put a small bead around this because I don't want it to leak onto the plastic bark, even though this glue does dry clear and it probably won't make a difference. I just don't think it's going to take a whole lot to And you can see when I was stamping, I kind of went over onto my card a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to put some other things on there. Then I think I'm going to be able to hide that. I had something covering up the white part, but I guess it slipped or something. There's one. Let's see if I can move that up just a tad, or if it's already too dry. Yeah, we got a little bit out of it. All right. And I really should have moved that top one up. We'll do that on the next one. I really wanted a bigger space in between there, but that's okay. All right, and then I have a couple of little labels, and again, this is out of that same little snippet packet. Make sure I wasn't putting it upside down. And then I have a couple of butterflies. Just to kind of add a little something to it. Obviously, it's not necessary. And there we go. One down. I think that turned out really cute. Okay, so moving on to the next one. The next one, we have a couple of bugs here, and these are from Louisa Heinzel. One of her digis, and I think they're really, you get a whole 2 pages when you get this one. You get 1 page of the butterflies, and you get a whole page of bugs, which of course I've cut up now. And you also get, on both of them, you get words down at the bottom. So that's a real cute little digi that she has. Now this one, because these are so big, I can actually glue them on the back first. And that way I won't have to worry about, and because they have a bag, I won't have to worry about trying to figure out where to place them. So I'm going to put some glue stick on the back of the card. And glue the bug on there where I want it. And then we can glue the whole thing down. Oop, that's my template. I was like, why doesn't that have anything on it? Get the right glue here. All right. Now we can glue the whole thing down, and this time I'm going to move it up just a tad so that we have more room in between. Sorry if I was out of frame on that. Sometimes I forget when I'm filming that I can't bring it so far down close to the edge of my table, which is where I normally work. Okay, and then again, I have a couple more little labels to put on there. And this one I'm not putting butterflies on because we already have the bugs. So I don't think we need the butterflies too. And actually, I showed you all that Rachel's Weekly Challenge thing, and I don't think I've even posted that video yet. So that may be a little bit backwards for you guys. But when I do post it, that's how they ended up looking. Okay, so there's that one. So 2 down. Now, the next one is flowers. And again, these are all just little snippets. And again, I'll use my template to figure out where I want to put my circles. Because this one won't have a back to it. Okay. And we're going to put the little flowers in there first. Do that with Grit Stick. All the switching back and forth between glues is about to drive me crazy. Well, okay. And this one. All right, and again, we will put the cards on. And again, you could do this several different ways. You know, the journal that I'm making is kind of grungy, but you definitely could make these more clean lined. Not put the cracks in the glass, not age the frames as much. A lot of possibilities with these. And you could put really anything behind them that you wanted to, because they could, if you didn't want to do them, you know, to look like a specimen card, like I'm doing, you could make them picture frames or, you know, whatever. Little windows, really, whatever you wanted. I'm going to have to do something with my nails. They're getting too long. Then they get glue on them, and then I can't pick anything up because everything's sticking. And see, I'm kind of using the butterflies to camouflage where I got carried away with my stamping. All right. So there are the flowers. That's what that one looks like. And the last one is leaves. And for these I used die cuts. And this is what they look like. I took just some manila cardstock and put some oxides on it, and then inked them up with some vintage photo. And then I used this little die cut, which is it's in one of the Tim Holtz little sets that's for the sidekick. It's a little fall set that has pumpkin, and I think it says autumn, and it has this leaf and a couple other it has a little embossing folder that has some stripes on it. And I don't know what the name of it is, and I actually got it at Tuesday morning, and so it's probably not being made anymore. Because usually once they get to Tuesday morning, it's because they're going out of production. So, but it's a cute little one. I miss this tag. It's a cute little one for fall, because it has some smaller elements. You know, they're not huge elements. And then I put that crackle stamp, this same crackle stamp, which is also in a Tim Holtz clear stamp set. It's in one of the exclusive Joanne sets that came out not too long ago. And so that's what I did these little crackles with. So we've got a couple of those that are two different colors. Let's turn our card upside right. Do you guys say upside right or right side up? I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to say that. I guess it's right side up. It's probably more correct. Okay, and I'm just gonna put some glue stick. Whoops. I'm gonna put some glue stick all over everything, obviously. Some glue stick on the back of these. And that's a 2-part die. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it has the main leaf. Show you again. It has the main leaf here that also has a stem, which you can't really tell it has a stem till you got it, but it does. And then it has this little divider piece, and this little divider piece looks like this. But I don't like it, so I don't ever use it. I would rather use the little crackle stamp and, you know, do it like that. But you can put it on there, and it will, you know, make your leaf look like it has veins. But like I said, I don't like it, so I don't use it. That's just personal preference. I do like the Pritt Stick in that it is really dry. So it seems to go on really well. I've never used one, but I see a lot of people using them, so I thought I would try it. I'm still searching for that perfect glue stick. Okay, so now we'll put our card on. And that's my template. Where's my other card? There it is. Put the other card on. Try to get them as straight as I can. It does take just a minute for these cards to stick down, and I think it's because they have that raw cardboard on the back and the glue soaks in, and it just takes just a tad longer to grab. And then we'll do our little tags. And our butterflies. All right. That wasn't too painful. Of course, the prep work, you know, will take you a little bit of time, and that's why I did a lot of that off camera, just inking everything up and stamping and backing the card and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to bore you with all those little time-consuming things. So there we go. I think those turned out really cute. I'm liking it. And like I said, you could do about anything behind there. And I think that whatever you put behind there would be cute. So there's those. And now, the other thing that I want to try and do, and this one I have not laid out because I just thought about it before I turned the camera on, is I have these botanical prints that I have torn out, and I thought I had 2 of them. I do. And I have, this is just parchment, kind of like parchment paper kind of thing, copy paper, or not copy paper, but print, you can print on it, printing paper for like a nicer, like if you're going to print like a resume or something, I guess. But it has this really cool color, and it also has this really cool green, and so I wanted to kind of use a little bit of it. And so what I want to do is kind of a layered deal, something like that. So we're going to try that and see how that looks and see if we can make something, because my thought is you could only attach it here at the top, and then you'd have a tuck and a tuck, or you could do a pocket and a tuck. So we're going to put them together and then decide how exactly we want to use them. So I think I'm going to try and tear this. I don't want to go too narrow. Get off there. Static. And give it just a little like this. Tear the bottom of this. If I can get just a tad, just a little piece off of there. Okay, let's see if we can tear just a tad off here. And actually, let me do it the other way. Maybe it'll be easier. It's hard to tear on this glass. It wants to slide. Especially if you have, I'm just going to do it by hand. I think I'll be better off. Because I don't care if it's even. As a matter of fact, I don't want it all that even, so. Okay, and then we have, see, I'm worried if I tear that edge, I'm going to get too close. Maybe we'll just rough that edge up. See if I can find my little... Oh, you know something else that I wanted to do on those cards. I'm going to put you on pause just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot that I wanted to add some washi tape to these because I want to, even though we glued them down, I want them to look like that they've been taped on. And so I had to go grab the washi tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple pieces of washi and put it on the corners like they've glued them or taped them on the sheet. And I don't know why that matters, but I just like the idea of it. I actually thought of that when I was mopping my kitchen this morning, when I was complaining to myself that I was having to mop my kitchen instead of craft. Because I would much rather be crafting than mopping my kitchen. I'm sure most of you guys feel the same way. And this just gives it another layer, another something to look at. There's no, like I said, we've glued them down, and so there's no real purpose in the washi except just to make it look like it's more, you know, he's our little crazy, wacky little nature guy has just crammed these in his book, which is kind of the look I'm going for in the overall book. So there we go. It makes me feel better. All right. And I chose just this little grid washi because we put the graph paper on the back. I just thought that would tie it in together. And this is Tim Holtz. It's in one of his washi sets. Don't ask me which one because I don't store them in the little containers. So, okay, back to this. Sorry. Do you all do that? Are you doing one thing and then something occurs to you that you didn't do or that you want to do, and so you have to just stop what you're doing and do it? Yeah, I do that all the time because I'll forget if I don't follow through with it when I'm thinking about it. I even make myself notes because I will be doing something else and think of something that I want to do journaling wise, and I know that if I don't make a note of it, I will forget about it the next time. So I have a little notepad that I jot stuff down on when I think about stuff I want to try, or, you know, stuff that I need to order, because I just won't remember until I go to find it and it's not there. All right, so I'm hoping, oops, it's got glue on that paper. I'm hoping that this idea is going to work. So we're going to ink this up. Ink this up. And this paper has a really good feel to it because it is more like a parchment or paper than a regular paper. And so it's, you notice I'm not caring that I'm, oh, that's what I was looking for, wasn't I? I was looking for my little edge distresser. We'll just kind of crinkle it with my fingers because I sure don't see it at the moment. And I don't even know why I'm worried about the middle of that other than it'll show on that side. Okay, so we're going to put this all the way at the top and have this little part down here hanging down. Move that sticky paper. And then we're going to put this little tag all the way up the top, like this. And I'm going to mark this hole. Oops, not like that. You notice I don't use the eraser on the pencil. I can't stand these red erasers. They're terrible. You should always use one of these white erasers because they don't leave any residue. Okay, and then I'm going to poke a hole in it. And actually, I'm going to do that with a crocodile because I want to put an eyelet. Oh, I should have done both of them at the same time. That would have been smarter. Okay, and then I am going to put a reinforcer on the tag. Just cause I like the look. because I can. And then I want to get an eyelet here. And try not to dump my project tray everywhere. Okay, let's get a couple. And I chose kind of a coppery color because I think those colors go nice. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that because my thought is you can tuck something here, you can tuck something here, and then depending on how we put it in the book, we can either glue it just at the top and have a lift, or we could glue it 3 sides and have a pocket on the side. And we'll determine that once we decide where we're going to put it. So let's make one more of those with this one. Get my sheet back over here. And this is antique linen that I'm toning down the paper with. Very well worn antique linen pad. I've had it forever. Do I want this side? Yeah, that one doesn't have anything on the other side. The other one had, ooh, sorry about that. The other one had flowers on both sides. So I was checking that one to see. They have one on the other side, but it doesn't. So there's that. And let's tear this paper down. Yeah, this paper does not tear well with the tear roller. I'll tell you that. It's got fibers in it. Looks great when it is torn, but it does not tear well with the ruler. Okay. And I found this paper at a thrift store, so I can't tell you where to buy it, but I would assume that you can get it from an office supply. I found 2 different kinds. It's this kind of nice yellowy tone, and then the other one was a gray. Had a gray tone to it. candy, and we're going to put those at the top. That tag does not look like it's been inked, or at least it hasn't on this side, which I don't guess the back side really matters. Let's put our little hole reinforcement here. And where did I knock my eyelet? Eyelet. I keep calling them brads. Okay. Obviously it's gone. I'm sure I'll find it in the floor later. Go say in there. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. It's kind of different, huh? I don't like this one really long edge right here, so I'm gonna tear that off just a tad. All right, so there are those. And we'll see really quickly if we can find a place to put them. And then we will call that a video for now. So, let me approach this real quick or revisit this. Dora, this is my flip tag. She was having difficulties getting hers to work, and so I told her that I would go through it real quickly for her one more time. You're going to want 2 pieces of paper or cardstock, whatever you're going to use, that is 4 inches wide by 8 inches long. You're going to cut one piece 2 inches wide by 8 inches long, and you're going to cut the other piece into 4 inches by 4 inches. So you're going to cut this way on one piece, and you're going to cut this way on the other piece. Then you're going to make your score marks, and you're going to make the score marks on your 2 long pieces at 2 inches. So you're going to have a score mark here and a score mark here. And then on the piece that is 4 by 4, you're going to put them at 1 inch in. So you're going to have a score that runs down this way at 1 inch and a score that runs down this way at 1 inch. And then you're going to glue your pieces together. And when you glue them together, you're going to glue from, I'll show you better on this side. You're going to glue down this 1 inch score mark down to where the 2 inch mark is. So you're gluing from here to here. And you're doing that on all 4 edges. Okay? And so once you have that, then you should be able to flip your card. And when you flip it out, you'll have this. And when you flip it up, it will look like this. And then when you flip it back, you're actually looking at the back. And then you flip it back to the front. Okay? If you're getting hung when you're flipping, it's because these edges or these edges are too long. So that's where you want to trim, is on this outer edge or this top or bottom edge, until you get enough clearance to flip. Because when you go to make this flip, it's the outside edges that are meeting in the middle. And so if those are too long or too wide and they're hitting each other, it won't allow you to flip. So there you go. I hope that helps. And if you guys have not seen this video, there is a video for how to make this. And I'll put it in the comment section. But she was having some problems, so I told her I would quickly go through it again for her so that she could hopefully get hers to work correctly. And it is a little tricky. I actually, if you watch the video, you'll see I had to actually stop the video and go check out Louisa's video, Louisa Heinzel at Junk Journal Art, because I thought I had glued in the wrong spots because mine was rubbing and I couldn't get it to flip. And so I had to go double check and make sure that I had done it correctly. Okay, so we've got 2 blank pages here that we could put one of these. And I think if I put it here, I'm going to glue it so that there's a pocket here. So let's glue that down. And actually, these pages are really... Oh, okay. I started to say, why are they so white? But they're white because they are the outside of these double pocket pages. So let's maybe put some book page or something down on this. Let's get some out of this agriculture book here and see if we can find something that's got kind of a cool background. Kind of a cool graph on it. Yep. I'm gonna move this to the side just for a second so I can kind of tear this down. I just do not have enough room on my desk for all this stuff. Oops. Didn't mean to tear it there, but that'll work. I'm going to take this whole page out and move some of this bulk out from under me so I can figure out what I'm doing here. Again, I'm just kind of knocking this down a little bit with the antique linen. Oh, and I know what I'm going to put over here as well. So let's get this side done first. Again, really grunging up here. I'm not worried about wrinkling, or the more the better. Okay. Sorry guys, I keep shifting. I keep going from standing up to sitting down. My back's kind of bothering me today, and so I can't get comfortable. It's probably from having to mop my kitchen floor. All right, and then we're going to use art glitter glue, and I'm just going to do 3 sides so we have a little side tuck. I gotta mind my holes for the rings. I'm not cover those up. Yep. Okay, and then over here I have these papers. Or I have this paper. Oh, I like that one with the color. This is a digital download as well, and I cannot remember off the top of my head who it is, but I will link it in the comments. It's really pretty. It's on a like an old ledger, and where'd my tarot? I really like the aged look of it. We will for sure save that little piece of scrap because I will definitely use that somewhere else. And then length, we just need a tad off. I need to remember to put a piece of paper under when I'm doing that because it sure does work a lot better when you're not on that glass trying to use your tear ruler. And then I'm not worried about the holes on this side because I'll just poke through them again. So let's ink that edge that's got kind of a white on it because I just printed this on white copy paper because it already had such a dark background. I didn't want to print it on you know, like a darker tea stain paper or anything. And plus I knew that I was going to use it glued down as opposed to the backside being shown. So I didn't really worry too much about what was on the back. But it was white. Okay, and just going to use glue stick on this since it's just paper to paper. Darken this edge up just a little bit more. I don't mind that it's different, but I don't want it to be just in your face lighter. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this over and I'm going to poke these holes again so that we have our holes back where they go. Oh, it's getting too thick now. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. May have to do it with a crocodile. Protectors on there. This too is white, but let's put some whole thingies on here and see. See if that helps it some. Fit in there. Let's find another place for that jar. We could probably put it right here, actually. I'm gonna stick it down in that pocket for now. So there we go. And on this side we have a bee that is pretty bulky, so it needs to be in that big pocket. All right, so let's put this back where it goes. Yeah, I'm liking that. Oh, we could put this here. We could put it here. Again, we're going to have to do something inside that pocket. That's way too white. We may put it here like a tuck. Or we could put it here like a tuck. Back in the pocket for the time being. Alright, so that's one of those in there. Now let's see if we can find a place that we want to use one of these other little file cards. I don't have that many pockets done yet, so this is the envelope, obviously. And here's one of those that are just blank. I haven't decided what I'm going to put on that one yet. So let's see. As you can see, we're making pretty good. Need to do something down here. Pretty good progress. Maybe the flowers. I need to put something on that so it is not as bold as it is. Maybe some gesso or something to bring that down. Oh, there's bugs. See, this is why I do a lot of this off screen, because I'm so indecisive. And see, I have one of the bigger ones in that folder that doesn't have anything on it yet, so we don't want to do that. We gotta back that. We gotta back this. There's my frogs. I might put that one there. I like those colors with that. Maybe we do like a corner pocket and then stick that down in there. I like that idea. Let's see. Oh, it's got butterflies on the back of that too. And the colors go. Maybe we do that side. And I'm going to make tears in this. Okay, and then I'm going to glue down these little, oh, I left the top of my glue. I bet I'll never get the glue out of here. I'm going to glue down these little places that I tore down so that they won't catch on anything, but they still give the appearance that they're torn. This page. The one thing you have to remember if you're working on a ring journal is to either don't cover your holes up or remember to re-poke your holes after you put something down. A lot of times I just don't cover them up because I don't want any more bulk on those edges. And I try to put these reinforcers on all the pages just because I like the way they look. Obviously, this is a pretty heavy book page and it probably doesn't need them. Okay, and then we'll stick our tag in there. There's another one. Cute. Okay, so I think that's it for today. To recap, you know, we made our little specimen cards here. We made our little tucks here. And we put one of each of them in the journal to see where we were going with it. So I will continue to work on it and get some more pockets and things made so we can do some more tags. and journal cards and get this thing wrapped up. And so the next one, keeping with alternating back and forth between our back to school and our, in this one, Tuesday will be back to school one, and I think we'll probably wrap that one up. And then once we wrap that one up, we are going to go into a fall journal, fall colors, not necessarily fall themed. There won't be a bunch of pumpkins and stuff like that, but color-wise, the colors will be more fall, wintry type colors. I don't want to limit it to just fall because some people may be journaling in it longer than just for the fall. So, but it will have the darker fall, winter season colors in it, and we'll start getting away from the springy, summery looking flowers. So, if you have not subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. For all of you that are continue to come back to watch my videos, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your comments as well. So, until Tuesday, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.